Mum, you're part of the Low gang.
Shut up, no, stupid.
KSI or Logan Paul?
None. They're all stupid.
They're all stupid, are they? Was the KSI versus Logan Paul fight rigged? That's the question I'm going to be answering in today's video. But to be honest, how could it? Now, a lot of people have been saying, like, on Twitter and everything, and me myself, I put out a tweet saying that, like, after the fight, I sort of got thinking, because it was a majority draw, and to be honest, like, if you ever follow boxing, I mean, you don't have to be like a proper like boxing pro, or you don't have to know a lot about boxing in general, but draws are very, very rare in boxing. So I put a tweet that's on screen now that said basically, do you think it's rigged? Like, it seems a little bit suspicious, you know, there's a rematch happening. And to be fair, like, I didn't have a look, and I didn't have a look at like the actual like the fight clauses and everything before I put out that tweet. I didn't know anything about it. The rigged got outvoted, like literally, like everyone said it's rigged. Like I think I got like 12 votes on it. 2 people said it wasn't, and 10 people said it was. So a lot of people are sort of thinking that, you know, it's rigged somehow. It's like they've managed to do it just to make money, but it's not. Like, that's what I want to get out first of all. This fight was definitely not rigged. First of all, how can you rig a boxing match? If you watch the fight, you could tell that they're both, JJ and Logan Paul, were fighting with both, you know, like a lot of determination to beat the other. You can't, like, literally, you can't rig a boxing match. It's impossible. And to be fair, like, if they could rig a boxing match, you'd have to have the best actors in the world. And bear in mind, these guys are self-taught. Obviously, Logan's had his acting sort of stints now and then. But to be fair, JJ's a gamer. He's learned all this stuff himself. Everyone on YouTube, unless you've got like an acting background, you're not really, like, you're self-made. Like, I'm self-made, like, I'm reasonably okay at acting. Obviously, I can speak in front of a camera right now with confidence and literally keep everything flowing all right. But I'm self-taught. I've been doing this for 2 years now, and there is no way that JJ, yes, he has been on YouTube for a long time, but there's no way in that amount of time, unless he hasn't had proper acting skills, to, you know, recreate all this sort of like tension around it. And to be fair, like that, it just wasn't rigged, first of all. And another thing, a lot of people saying, oh my god, yeah, there's all the proceedings go to JJ. If you have a look at the clause, right, if you have a look at, that's what people are saying, that people are saying that, yeah, the people, like, in the clause, there's this whole thing, oh yeah, JJ gets all the proceedings, so it must be rigged, which it just isn't. If you have a look at the clause, basically, JJ's getting all the proceedings, all the funds, all the pay-per-view, I think Logan gets a little bit of the pay-per-view, but all the ticket sales and everything, JJ's getting that from this fight in Manchester, and then when they have the rematch in LA, Logan will get all the money from that. So it's not rigged. I don't see how people, like, I thought after the fight, I thought, right, this is rare, like, they bigged it up so much, they bigged this fight, and I can see why, like, where people are coming from with, like, saying it's rigged and everything, but there's a lot of tweets on Twitter, and to be fair, like, what are you on about? Like, literally, you look at the facts, like, I thought I had, like, a little bit of suspicion. When people are saying, like, this is 100% rigged, you can't. Like, you literally, there's no way that these two guys could have rigged this fight. Another thing, like, I was really impressed with Jake Paul after the actual fight. He put up a video, I think it was my response, and to be fair, he was being dead humble in it. It was nice to see. He was talking about a lot about the fight where, skip it, let's just play the clip.
So good right now, guys. I don't know where to start. I think I'm just gonna dive right into this. What an amazing, like, such a crazy night. Like, who would have ever thought that a bunch of YouTubers could put on such an amazing show? It was easily one of the most memorable and crazy nights of my life. Deji, you showed a lot of heart out there. Much respect, bro. I think you earned everyone's respect. You fought like a warrior. You have a ton of heart. So Deji, good job, bro. We brawled it out.
Obviously, Deji put up a video as well. Felt like it let a lot of people down. I don't really feel like he let me down as such. Obviously, I wanted him to beat Jake Paul, but seeing that side, like that humble sort of side of Jake Paul, like, it really got to me a little bit, because, you know, we haven't seen that, so I wasn't really too fussed about that. I think if he had trained with Vidal, his skills would have been a lot more toned. I think Vidal could have made a proper fighter out of Deji. But Logan, like, he's putting up a load of tweets. I mean, there was this poll thing, there was like this whole like statistics of how many hits were thrown against JJ. He put up this tweet where it's like, oh, I should have won pretty much. But literally, Logan's got, I think he's got something like 64 hits on JJ. and JJ's at around 40 odd, I think that tweet says. And to be honest, like, yeah, he threw more hits, but it's how significant these hits are. In the last few rounds, like, JJ was absolutely hammering Logan Paul. Like, and I think that played in the judge's mind. Yeah, he did get his punch tally up, but his punches were significant. And you could see Logan obviously cowering away. Like, in the last few rounds, he was like, no, I don't want any more of this. Yeah, Logan had the 2 rounds on JJ because JJ started late. When Logan's trying to say, oh, I should have won, I threw more hits and all this sort of stuff. Yeah, but you didn't, mate, because the hits that you threw were not very significant. Check my Twitter, another thing. Check my Twitter. I still have tweets coming up there, like literally like that poll I was on about earlier in the video. But I've been Matt, you guys have been awesome, and I'll see you guys in the next one.